Welcome to Inspire Me with Jay. This is a podcast to inspire, uplift, show forth the love of God, and help usher in the spiritual awakening. Welcome to Inspire Me with Jay. I'm your host, Jay Spillers, author and teacher. I'm coming to you today to just basically reinforce ideas that we've been covering throughout my podcast, in several different episodes, including the very last one. He hit on it significantly. Kabir. I was supposed to have a guest this week, but she kind of flaked on me, so here I am. But when you think about it, what state do you have to be in to have transformation in your life, to have more success, to have more happiness and peace and the things you really want? And no, I'm not talking about the state you live in. So, it has nothing to do with move to Florida. So, we're talking about, what mental state do you have to be in to have greater happiness and peace in your life and transformation? Well, we know that there's several different states that our mind can be in. When we're awake, going through our day-to-day life, our brain is mostly in beta. That's the wavelength we're operating on. That's good for critical thinking, problem solving, and living your normal waking life. But then there's also alpha. Alpha is basically, it's similar to when you first wake up in the morning. You're kind of very relaxed and you're calm. And it's a light um, trance state, if you will. It's where a lot of meditation takes place. And this is good for um, coming up with new ideas, reprogramming yourself for success, things like that. Because when you look at things like the Silva method, remember we talked about that in meditation, that's where a lot of the positive programming can take place, is in the alpha state. And you can do that partially um, during your meditation time and when you're first waking up, to basically like do affirmations and other things to reprogram your mind, visualizations where you want to see yourself. So that's the alpha state. Alpha state is basically very light, meditative, relaxed state. And then you have a deeper state beyond alpha, which is like theta. You're getting closer to sleep, but not asleep. It's like a very deep relaxation. And in that deep relaxation state, a lot of healing can take place. Healing of emotional trauma, healing of physical ailments, relieving pain, things like that. That's like a deeper state that you can go to, like when you're meditating or in similar practices like yoga nidra. There's also delta. Delta is basically when you're asleep. And then there's states like gamma. And gamma is really good for compassion and happiness, well-being, things like that. And we have all these states that we can potentially be in and are in at different points. But it's not like you can only exclusively be in one state at a time. You can be in partially in beta and alpha, and partially be in alpha and theta, and being like close to theta, delta, and have all these different states, a little bit of gamma going on. So don't think of them as like, okay, I'm in one state or the other, and that's just it, because you sort of are blending it in most cases. But it's really the states um other than beta that you're really going to have the transformation, that you're really going to be able to heal, that you're really going to be able to reprogram your mind for greater success. So those are the states you want to be in. Think of like alpha and theta. And this is where a lot of things like what we've talked about with hypnotherapy take place. RTT, we had Chris on that talked about the rapid transformational um, technique. You have things like a lot of people are doing like neuro linguistic programming. NLP can take place in the hypnotherapy realms. So you have a lot of those kind of things where you're reprogramming your mind, you're healing from past traumas, including like your childhood. You're trying to get greater peace and happiness. But besides hypnotherapy and these other things, what is the root when you're going to these states is meditation. Because meditation is kind of like the root. And then you have like specialized things like hypnotherapy, RTT, NLP stuff going on. But meditation is kind of like the root. And I know a lot of times, they want to say, well, I do this hypnotherapy, but meditation's over here. Or I do yoga nidra, but meditation's over here. And I've had guests that have obviously said that. I don't really think they're that different because I think within the umbrella of meditation, you can sort of encompass all of these things and all the healing modalities that are out there. And there's like a gajillion. You've got all the ones I just mentioned, and you've got what is that one? Uh Kud Kundalini, what is that one? Um Kundalini. Yeah, you got Kundalini, and you've got all these different meditative healing modalities that are out there. And you can get focused in these different ways and receive help. But maybe one of the root things you start doing that you can just do right now that's easy to get into is meditation itself. Because once you get into meditation, you can start to have greater peace. You can release anxiety. You can do a lot of self reflection work on your own. You can do guided meditations, they're easy to find that can sort of help you do self reflection. You can open yourself up to greater wisdom and clarification in your life. For people that are more spiritual, you can connect and commune with God. So there's all these things you can connect to intuition. I mean, whatever word you want to put on it. Some people like to use the word intuition. Some people like clarification and deep-seated wisdom within your subconscious, connecting with God, the divine aspect within you. But whatever religious, spiritual, psychological language you want on it, you're going to the same type of place, that deep place within your soul and connecting to the larger reality, I believe. For me, personally, that's God. But you can do all these things potentially in meditation. And I know there's different kinds of meditation. There's mindfulness and there's loving kindness and there's this and that. And to be to be honest with you, the meditation that I end up doing is a blending of everything because if I just try to focus exclusive on breathing, it's kind of boring. And the thing is sometimes when you get locked into just I do one thing during my meditation, it can get kind of boring. You can fall asleep. I think the thing is when you start to incorporate different aspects to your meditation, you can do self-reflection, you can do loving kindness, you can do visualizations, you can do affirmations, you can look at gratitude. You can do so many different things in a meditation. And, when you sort of are eclectic and open, flexible, meditation can be an awesome thing. You can do a lot of self therapeutic work in these altered states of consciousness. And a lot of where meditation takes place is primarily through alpha. But then as you go longer and deeper, you can get into theta. And I know a lot of people say, well, you can meditate 5 to 10 minutes and get benefit. Absolutely true. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Honestly, the more time you invest in meditating, generally speaking, the more benefits you get, the deeper you can go, the more healing you can have, the greater connection to peace and compassion, getting into theta and gamma and so forth, waves in your brain you can get to. So, like for me, my average meditation time is 40 to 45 minutes. And I tend to like to do it in the afternoon because it seems like I'm able to go deeper. Because, like, when I first do it in the morning, I'm kind of awake and relaxed, and I just don't connect as much. The meditation doesn't stay with me as long. That's my personal experience. I don't know that your personal experience would be the same. A afternoon to early evening meditation, I've that's the best for me. And I would probably wager to say if people tried it, that would be the best for many people. But a afternoon to or to early evening meditation, and I go 40 to 45 minutes, and it's like, wow. Because I can connect within this root meditation within myself and just kind of playing with it and, you know, doing all these different things that I think I get a lot of the healing that these other healing modalities focus on, you know. And, maybe truthfully, it might take longer because, if you're doing it within yourself, you're not pinpointing maybe where you need to go exactly in that moment. So maybe like a hypnotherapist doing RTT may get you to a point faster if you're healing from trauma or trying to reprogram yourself or something. Or a hypnotherapist doing NLP or whatever might be able to pinpoint it a bit faster for you. But the thing is that once you get into a meditative state and you do it consistently, day by day, week by week, it's like you can do a lot of self healing just in those meditations. And as you start to allow yourself to go a good lengthy amount of time, 30, 40 minutes or more, you know, it can be an amazing process. And I'm still learning and growing as I meditate, but it's getting to those alternate states of consciousness, which is the meditative state. It's what some people would call a trance, and there can be varying levels of trance, like a very light level of trance, very deep level of trance. But getting to those states, it's like, well, that's where the magic happens. And that's where you need to be, because when you think about it, um, a lot of traditional therapy, the talk therapy, happens at the beta level. You go into a counselor, psychologist, therapist, whatever, and you talk the whole time. And you're sitting there and you're in beta state, and that can be helpful, but it may not be as fast and effective as going to the deeper levels. Because when you start to go to alpha and theta, for example, you're less resistant and you're more open to other ideas and possibilities. You're more relaxed and comfortable and at peace. The sort of the defense wall protection is sort of down a bit. And then you can start to really change your life in better and positive ways. So sometimes the traditional methods like that are not as effective. Not saying that therapy is bad. People do get help, and that's fine. I'm just saying you may get quicker and more deep results just by changing your state of consciousness, and it sticks with you as you go by, because like you meditate and then you get going for days, weeks, and months, and you go, the benefit starts to expand beyond the meditation time itself. And it's one of those things to where it doesn't really matter how tiring and how crappy and how stressful the day has gone, because I still get those. When I do the meditation, I get into my meditative state, it's like all gone. And the thing is, too, is that as you start to meditate on a regular basis and get in those altered states and then come out, your recovery time is quicker. So you may get angry and lose your cool, but you don't stay in that realm as long. You tend to come out faster. You tend to not go as deep into um, emotions like anger as you used to. Because it's like, I could remember years ago, it's like, man, how angry you'd get. You'd get like super duper angry, and you might stay there quite a while. The thing is, I don't get as angry and I don't stay there as long. That's one of the benefits of getting in that meditative state and doing essentially therapy, healing work on yourself. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. And what we're going to do now is there's a meditation that is going to follow me talking here. It's about 17 minutes, and it's for peace and stillness. This could be a place for you to maybe at least go into a bit of more of those alpha waves and feel some more peace. I don't know quite that you would get to theta in 17 minutes, but you might. But at least to get into some of those altered states of consciousness, though, the trance level, and feel the healing, feel the peace. So let's let you get into it. Thank you. Remember to subscribe, to like the video, and share it everywhere you can. Welcome to the special guided meditation for peace. Relax, get comfortable, close your eyes. We're going to take a few deep breaths in through the nose, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale through our mouth. Breathe with me. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. With this next breath, breathe in peace and exhale all stress. Breathe in peace. Exhale all stress and anxiety. Breathe in peace. Exhale stress. Breathe in stillness. Exhale anxiety. Breathe in peace. Exhale anxiety and stress. Take in one final breath. Breathe in deeply. And exhale. Now you should feel a certain calmness in your mind and body. Let your mind still. Let your body still. Let all the tension from your head just go right now. Your head is at peace. Let your arms be at peace. Let all the tension and stress from your arms just go. Now focus on your torso. Let any stress, any tension be washed away, becoming still, calm, and at peace. Notice that this still energy go down to your stomach and your lower back. It's a stilling energy. Brings calmness and peace with it. Releases stress. Picture it like a white ball of energy. It started at the top of your head and it's working its way down. Notice your thighs and upper legs becoming very still, very calm, very relaxed. Now notice your lower legs, your feet, your toes. They too are becoming highly relaxed, still, and calm. It's a very pleasant, peaceful feeling. Now your whole body is now perfectly still. Your mind is still. If any distracting thoughts come in, just let them pass over you. Just refocus back on your stillness, back on your peace. Now picture yourself by a beautiful waterfall. There's luscious grass, there's rocks, there's trees. This waterfall represents the inner peace and calmness that you seek, the stillness of the mind and body. This waterfall is rushing, and yet, even though it's loud, it has a calming, peaceful effect on you. Imagine this waterfall just washing over your body and over your head. And as it does it, all the cares of this world are just being washed away. All your anxiety, your stress, your depression, your feelings of low self-esteem that you don't measure up is just washing away right now. Let that waterfall just flow over you and bring you peace. You can see the white foam in the water. That foam represents peace, calmness, stillness for you. Maybe you walk a little further down and you see a part of the river that's more still. There's large rocks in the water. And at this place, it's very calm. There's a lot more trees, a lot more grass. You can see the sun has recently set, but there's still quite a bit of light. a very calm place. It's very gentle. This is your soul and your mind right at this moment. This calm river represents your stillness. Now go from this place of a waterfall and a calm river to a special location in your mind for a minute. Where would that place be? Where is a special location that represents calmness to you? Is it the beach? Is it a mountaintop? Is it in your own living room? Take a few moments to think about that place for you and how it makes you feel. What about this place makes you feel calm and still? What gives you peace in this moment? Just think about that for a minute. Is it a cozy, comfortable place? Is it beautiful? Is it quiet? What about this place brings you calmness and peace, helps you to still yourself from all distractions? When you're in this place, even if it is quiet, are there any sounds that you hear? Are there birds chirping? Is the wind rustling through trees or through the ravines? Is there water flowing? In your special location, think of any sounds that you may think of. Maybe there's no sound at all, and that's perfectly fine. But if there are any sounds, allow yourself to hear them, as they probably will help to bring you peace in this location. What sounds in your own life bring you peace? Do you like a particular type of music? Do you like classical music or smooth jazz? Do you like the music that's playing in this meditation music? Notice the music in the meditation music for a moment. Allow yourself to just travel with the music. Now let's affirm our calmness, our peace and stillness. I feel deep and abiding peace. I am calm and at peace. Peace is all around me and within me. Peace of mind is my natural right. Peace of mind is the state from which I came. I feel peace right now in this moment. Deep peace, abiding peace, calming peace. Stillness is within me. Stillness is around me. Stillness is upon me. Like a beautiful, placid body of water, I am still within my soul, within my mind, within my body. Stillness is a place of peace. I feel serenity within my soul. Serenity is where my heart goes. I bask in this serene moment. Serenity is everywhere. I love serene moments, serene times. Serenity is who I am, the essence of my being. I now feel an even deeper level of calmness and peace. I feel tranquility. I have entered the tranquility zone. Tranquility is all around me. I am tranquil in this moment. Tranquility is a beautiful word, and it is who I am in this moment. Heart, mind, and soul. I am tranquility. I am a vast ocean of peace, serenity, and tranquility. Like the ocean, my tranquility, serenity, and peace spans for miles, hundreds of miles, in all directions. When I see the ocean, all I see is vast ocean. That represents vast, limitless tranquility, peace, and serenity. Now, recognize that you can come here anytime. You can come and meditate on your peace, tranquility, serenity, or you can just take a moment during the day and focus on peace within you, stillness. You might even close your eyes and just take a moment, a few moments, to focus on peace and tranquility. Notice what's around you, the sounds. Take a few deep breaths. Tranquility is not far away. Stillness and peace can be acquired in a second. Come to the tranquility zone, the zone of stillness and peace, anytime you want. Now let's take in one deep final breath as we start to come back. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Hold just a moment. And exhale through the mouth. And when you're ready, open your eyes.